Okay, so I wanted to make this video quick. A dream I had the other day is very strange. I heard Andy breathing funny, and I woke him up, and I asked him to go into the living room. Kind of sounds like an asshole, I know, but I asked him, I kind of sound like an asshole from asking him to go into the living room because he was breathing funny. Now, at the time, I didn't know that he was having a bad dream. I think he may have muttered it or something like that. But I had a weird ass dream too. And it was about, there was something to do with a doll, and it's supposed to represent me. So I'm going to get some kind of voodoo doll. But it was like bigger than what I picture a voodoo doll to be. It was almost like one of those collectibles, and it's supposed to be me. It had something to do with that. And then there was another person in my dream, and the whole time this is going on, it's supposed to be it felt like the intention, the energy behind the dream was supposed to scare me, but at no point was I intimidated. It's almost like I was just watching the whole thing with like curiosity. And this person tries to talk to me, and they say something very specific slowly so that I can understand. So this person is somebody I'm supposed to recognize, and I know that I'm supposed to recognize because that's the energy that I'm picking up from this person, but it was an entity, and they were masking themselves as somebody I know personally, like a familiar. And I recognized that this person was not actually the person that I was speaking to, but it's an entity. And I maybe need to do some research to find out more about this, but they said something to me, and they looked at me, and they waited for a reaction. And my retort to that, or my response, was, oh, really? So if this, and this, I couldn't remember the exact words, then why is this, and that's whatever? And I looked right at them, and they almost seemed like shocked, like, how did they know that I'm not actually this person, that I'm something else, and this isn't working? It's almost like it was meant and intended to be some sort of like a nightmare, but it didn't bother me at all. Like, level unbothered, a fucking 10. And then I ended up waking up. And then today, when I was speaking to Andy, he was telling me he had a nightmare, and it had to do with us being like in an old barn or something like that. And he didn't know the people, he didn't recognize the area, but that we were like being attacked, and people, like whoever it was trying to murder us. And when I had woken him up and asked him to go in the living room, it just so happened that it was like mid action, so before any murder took place. And he said both of us were there, and he was trying to get me to like keep going on. And I woke him up. And then when he went to the living room, he said he had a second dream. Now, we're just discussing this today, and I hadn't known that we were both experiencing weird ass fucking dreams at the same time. And he said the other dream that I had, because it happened within the same close proximity, the other dream that he had to do with somebody he knows, and they were both in the car, and there was something to do with the vehicle itself. It wasn't driving right, and all the mirrors were whacked out, the steering wheel's messed, everything was like just awkward and not working. And to me, symbolically, the doll thing I get for my dream, and that very well could be some sort of voodoo or some bullshit like that. And I recognized, even in the spiritual realm, somebody trying to be portraying themselves to be somebody I know, but when really it's an entity controlling them and using them as a vessel. And then I thought, okay, well, a car is a vessel. And so, like, symbolically, to me, this is how I'm breaking it down. Now, you can put in the comments down below if you feel that there's more that I'm not seeing here, that him not getting his vessel, or maybe the car itself to go the way he wanted, or it was all weird, or it was all out of place, or not functioning properly, almost reminded me of like being frustrated with battling between like light and dark, when you haven't reached the peace between the two, and you're kind of like your vessel's being used but on both sides, which it is. You get to decide when you wake up every day who you're going to let control, right? You're going to let your shadow side take over today, or you're going to let your lighter side. There's got to be a balance. There has to be an understanding. There has to be appreciation for both and what they serve. So yeah, that's what I got from that. That was my take from that. I'm just about to go to bed again. I'll post this video later, but I wanted to make record of it because yeah, the frequencies are spiking right now. Everything's really whacked. We just went through the full moon. We went through the Schumann spikes. We went through 888. I want to say quadruple 8, but 888 Lionsgate. And I don't know if there was something about retrograde or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But let me tell you, shit's been weird and things have been changing drastically around me. Not all just to me, but like other people too. And this is interesting. So yeah, if you like my videos, like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much to all my subscribers, those that truly appreciate the work that I put into these videos to pass on whatever knowledge I have, those that are kind to me, those that wish me well or send me little messages, or even put in the comments something kind, my donations, energetically, monetary, anything like that. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. It really does, and it does help. So remember to love you. Please do.